Long ago, in the green kingdom of Eltheria, where rivers cut through forest and gold touched the hills, ruled a king like no other. King Leorin, called the Glorious and the Beloved, was known for justice, mercy, and humility. He walked among his people in plain robes, listening, helping, laughing. His palace doors were always open. From the mountain tribes to the sea clans, his name was spoken with love, like a lullaby in a mother's mouth. But even the brightest sun casts a shadow. Each night, something ancient stirred, a whisper beneath the skin, a claw behind the eyes, a howl in the bones. Then came the change. Leorin would wake in the forest beyond the city walls, bloodied, frantic, the taste of flesh on his tongue. Memory gone, fear pounding in his chest. He would scream, cry, beg the gods for answers. But each morning, his servants found him safe in bed, calm, untouched. And so it went. Day healed, night devoured, whispers spread, villagers vanished, bones were found, stripped clean, cradles emptied, hunters returned with horror in their eyes. The elders whispered of the Night Eater, a beast that prowled the outer villages, tearing through flesh, leaving nothing but shredded clothes and footprints in the mud. Yet no one suspected the king, except one. Alira, a palace maiden from the marshlands of Tether, where old magic still lived, began to see a pattern. She watched, she listened. One moonless night, she followed, and she saw the king's body convulsed. Bones snapped, eyes blackened, jaws stretched, claws formed. He became a monster wearing the skin of a man. Her scream never escaped her throat. She didn't run. Instead, she stepped back into the shadows and watched him disappear into the dark. Then she searched for answers. In dusty scrolls and whispered tales, she learned the name Kaal'dreth, an ancient spirit of hunger, bound long ago by the witches of Tether. But one witch had broken the pact, a woman from Eltheria. The stories pointed to a name, Queen Morrighan, the king's grandmother, long thought dead. But Alira discovered the truth. Morrighan had not died, she had fused with the bloodline. On her deathbed, she whispered dark words into her infant grandson. That whisper was the gate through which Kaal'dreth entered. King Leorin was possessed. Alira faced a choice: expose the king or save him. She chose to save. She gathered herbs, whispered spells, and journeyed to the Mirror Peaks, where the veil between worlds thins. There, she learned the forbidden rite of soul-cleaving, a ritual to separate spirit from host. It required a tether of love and a heart willing to pay the price. She returned, scarred but ready. On the next new moon, the beast came. Alira stood in a circle of salt and fire, chanting the words. The monster roared and lunged, only to be held back by invisible force. Shadows screamed. The king cried out from within. Then a voice answered, not Leoran's, Morrighan's. "You dare undo me, swamp-born child? I am the fire behind his crown." Alira stood firm. "You are nothing, just rot in a king's skin. Go back to the void." The wind shrieked, the ground split. The creature screamed. With the final word, the monster exploded into light, smoke, silence. And there, naked and weeping, lay King Leorin. At dawn, he stood before his people. "I have sinned, though not by will. Judge me." But Alira stepped forward. "He was cursed, not in heart but in blood. He is free now," she echoes. The people murmured. Then they knelt, not to a monster, not even to a king, but to a man. Leorin ruled many more years, no longer hunted by night. At his side stood Alira, no longer a servant, but keeper of the flame, guardian of Eltheria's truth. And in the woods where monsters once walked, flowers bloomed again. The air sang with peace. Yet some say, on windless nights, if you listen close, you'll hear Queen Morrigan's whisper, trapped in the stone walls of the palace, waiting. But Eltheria remembers. And where memory stands watch, darkness cannot rise. So from the marshes of Tether to the frost rivers of the north, the tale of the two-faced king and the flame maiden spread, told around fires beneath stars. Elders still say, beware the curse that sleeps in the blood, honor those who seek truth, not power, and when the wind howls with no name, throw salt at your door and remember, even the loved can be lost, even the lost can be saved. And that is how the drums remember, and how the flames still whisper, the king who devoured, the girl who dared, and the curse that broke beneath the stars. Thus ends the tale. Best regards, Folktales of Many Tribes.